let's take you through the starting grid for the pre-final for Junior Max. Thijs van Wijk, who took the win at Circuit de Lansard last time out, will start from pole position. Anavita will be alongside on the front row, his best qualifying of the season so far. Luca van Leer and Dave Stevens will be on row 2. Boris Maximov and Noah Janssen round out row 3, ahead of Max Sederski, Bran van der Weken, Rick Kopperal, and Thomas Verheyen rounding out the top 10. Jim Back and Bodin Blankenberg round out row 6, ahead of Ryan Kivitsbosch and Tom Reger. Noah Neumann and Hoko Kerr round out row 8, ahead of Temo Koopmans, Levi Dries, Lars Lambers and Lieke van Berkel completing the top 20. 29 runners in all. Jake Menton, Vince Dries, Philip Hansler, Jur Valkenaars, Tony van Leersum, Henry Melchior, Nuden Engelsman, Jod van Ekelen and Nick Plumers. Well, qualifying saw a 3-place penalty for a second official warning for the 228 of Rocco Kerr. Who was also given an official warning for leaving the cart before the front fairing check. Also one driver that was given an official warning was Boris Maximov, who does start 5th. So temperature is starting to increase here at Karklub Kerpen, ahead of a 10 minutes plus an additional 2-lap pre-final. So a very, very heavily packed grid in this class. The drivers now, Concertina into the flick-flack chicane here into the final left-hander at Kerpen. Into the tram lines, revs rise, lights are on, lights are out first time and we're underway. Heading down into turns 1 and 2. And oh, well, it's getting a little bit feisty and oh, well, there's carts all over the shop. This is a big, big incident. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I just spotted that's Jim Back and Bodin Blankenberg, both from the SR Solutions squad. Oh dear, one going over the top of the other. I think also Adam Vida dropped a big amount of positions in the 268. The CRG was off the circuit at turn 2. It really has put the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons, so to speak. As Van Wijk leads, looks like Sederski's in second. Third is Luca van Leer, Boris Maximov, and Thomas Verheyen, and so many drivers involved in the mess that happened. Tom Reger, I think also, yeah, Bran van der Weken, Rick Kopperal, amongst others. Aaron Vida dropped all the way down to 16th position from the outside of the front row, and that just goes to show how quickly a race can turn on its head on the opening lap. This is not the time in this point of the championship season where mistakes like that can now really be punishing towards a driver's championship push. Max Sederski, in the meantime, however, is closing in on Thijs van Wijk. Van Leer now passed by Maximov, who's got a little bit of distance between himself and the 288. Well, Luca van Leer has dropped all the way down to 6 because Boris Maximov, Thomas Verheyen, and also the 231, Der Motorsports, Noah Janssen makes up the top 5. Looks like Luca van Leer might have just gone through. Max Sederski right on the back bumper of Van Wijk. So Sederski waiting for the opportunity. Looks like it is going to come through at turn 2 next time around on lap number 4. We are completing lap 3. There's 7 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, plus an additional 2 laps to go. And Van Wijk goes defensive. Sederski pins it to the outside, looking for the crisscross through here at turn number 2, but no room at the end there for the 297 with SLC karting. Maximov is now closing in. So is Noah Janssen, Thomas Verheyen, Luca van Leer, Dave Stevens, Noah Neumann could also be in the mix if this top 7 drivers who are covered by 2 seconds. I'll say that again. 2 seconds after the opening 3 laps. So Noah Janssen in the 2.81 as opposed to the 2.31 that he normally runs in RMC Germany. Well, he's effectively with the SP Motorsport crew, so a different sticker set on that chassis as Max Swiderski robustly forces his way through on Thijs van Wijk, who goes wide coming out of turn number 2, dips all 4 wheels onto the grass and the dust, and loses a handful of positions. Now, where has that put him? That's put him behind Boris Maximov. So Swiderski leads Van Wijk down into what is now 5th place. So this has given all the opportunity to the likes of Max Swiderski. Noah Janssen now up to P2. Who's third? Could be Thomas Verheyen in the 288, who moved up from minis to juniors this year. Swiderski now loses the lead. Janssen through at turn 2 on lap number 6. And Swiderski fires it back up the inside through turn number 5 and retakes the race lead. Adam Vida just gets through on Ryan Kubitzbosch for 9th place, so good recovery for the 268 under the Carlstor Benelux Racing team. Oh, very, very skittish overtake there from Boris Maximov. Back end, it was the back end was doing the, the shimmy. It was going to the left, it was going to the right, and finally Maximov pointed in the right direction and it went forward and got through on Verheyen. There is Thijs Stevens through on Thijs van Wijk. Also, did Luca van Leer get through? I think he might have done. So more changes up the front end. It's Swiderski continuing to lead the way. Noah Janssen currently the points leader in Rotax Max Challenge Germany after a clean sweep last week at Ampfing in Bavaria. But Janssen also likes competing in other championships, and it's also good to get yourself more training under race conditions. That's perfect for a driver like him, but Boris Maximov looks up the inside, so does Thomas Verheyen. And within 1 corner, Noah Janssen drops from 2nd to 4th at the snap of her fingers. So Thijs van Wijk down to 7th position now. Is it Swiderski who is the cork in the bottle? It's not the Arno Trulli train, it's the Max Swiderski train. And from this aspect, he can control the race a little bit here. And make it work to his advantage, so to speak. Lap 8 in the books. Swiderski leads from Maximov. Verheyen 3rd. Janssen 4th. Stevens 5th. Van Leer as, it's definitely getting a bit robust out there. This, all I'm going to say is these twisty corners here at Kerpen. Well, someone just made it 3 wide and nearly gave me a fright at the same time. Whoever that was did a very, very good move. That might have been Noah Neumann in the number 237. From Germany, might have just got through on Thijs van Wijk. And that would have been for 8th place. So, fastest lap of the race, Thomas Verheyen in 3rd. 45.242. That was on lap 7 of this race. And we're on lap 10 at the moment. As Boris Maximov has got through on Max Swiderski for the race lead and now has pulled a gap to the tune of nearly 0.6 of a second. And mechanical black flag has been shown to Joris Valkenaars. Right side pod missing. Now we've got another penalty to Levi Dries. The 224, 3-second time penalty for unsportsmanlike driving. But Boris Maximov continuing to lead the way by just under half a second from Max Swiderski. He's got Thomas Verheyen, Dave Stevens, Dave Van Wyk, Noah Janssen, Luca Van Leer, Nora Neumann, with Ryan Kivitsbosch and Adam Vida rounding out the top 10. Jur Valkenars is going to have to serve that black and that meatball flag within the next 2 laps. Otherwise, Valkenars will have an automatic black flag, and that excludes him and ends his race abruptly in the pre-final. Noah Janssen now back up into 5th place, ahead of Dave Van Wyk, having just got through at turn 2. But Boris Maximov is not getting away. Max Swiderski is chasing him down. 3 laps to go, including this one. So Swiderski has got to try and do something, and he nips up the inside, through on Maximov through turn number 5. Thereby taking the race lead. Very, very nicely done by the 297 running on the Sony kart with SLC Karting. So change for the race lead, and he's already pulled a gap of about 3 to 4 kart lengths. Maximov being hustled along by Thomas Verheyen, Dave Stevens, Noah Janssen now up into 4th, has got past Stevens in the meantime, and the top 4 covered by 5 3/4 tenths of a second. Timer has now expired. This and 2 more laps remain in this Junior Rotax pre-final. Noah Janssen dives up the inside. That was on Thomas Verheyen through at T5, and he gets through. Verheyen has lost out also to Dave Stevens. So Verheyen drops down to 5th place. That is possibly going to affect Verheyen's place in the final, as in where he's going to start. So 2 laps to go here in the pre-final for Junior Rotax. And Max Swiderski has a lead of nearly 3.5 tenths of a second. Luca Van Leer has done really, really well in this race. 3rd highest rookie behind Max Swiderski in the race lead, and Thomas, right, okay. There is a disqualification, there's an exclusion from the pre-final for Jurs Valkenars for ignoring the mechanical black flag. So Jurs Valkenars excluded from the race. And that is going to count towards the championship tally. You have 3 laps to pull the kart in after a mechanical black flag. But now the final lap underway. Top 3, less than half a second apart. There they are. Swiderski. Maximov gets beaten to the inside of turn 3 by Noah Janssen. Great move by the 281. But Maximov has got back pass through. Oh, sneaky as always, boys. Doing that with a cheeky grin on your face. However, Max Swiderski, who is coming very close to lap the driver, is going to take the checkered flag. So, pre-final goes the way of Mad Max Swiderski in the 297. Maximov taking 2nd place by 57 thousandths of a second. Ahead of the 281 of Germany's Noah Janssen, Dave Stevens and Thomas Verheyen round out the top 5 places. Dave Van Wyk, Luca Van Leer, Adam Vida, Nora Neumann up 6 places to finish 9th. Ahead of Ryan Kivitsbosch, who takes 3 places to finish 10th. Ahead of Lieke van Berkel, Tom Herger, with Bran van der Weken, Lars Lambers and Rick Corporal rounding out the top 15. So Lieke van Berkel finishes 11th, Tom Reger, with Bran van der Beek and Lars Lambers, Rick Corporal, Temo Koopmans, Levi Dries, Philip Hansler, Henry Melchior making up 7 places to finish 19th, ahead of Knud den Engelsman in 20th. Rocco Kerr, Tony van Leersum, Vince Dries, Jim Back, Bodine Blankenberg, Jake Menton, Jod van Ekelen and Nick Plumers round out the 28 that finished. And unfortunately, after ignoring the meatball flag, the 225 of Jod Valkenaars unfortunately was excluded from the pre-final.